would allow them to seed their presence across eons, subtly guiding the evolution of other civilizations towards a predetermined future.
Hey everybody, today I'm showing you 4 Ferrofluid visualizers. I'm also using my new DJI mic mini, so I just want to see how this is going to sound different. I've already covered a bunch of these in the past, but I wanted to compare the visualizers only. Now one of them also has a speaker, that's the Ferrofluid, but it also has a sound pickup mode, so it technically is a visualizer if you don't actually connect it to your smartphone. All of these don't require to be connected to anything. There's no Bluetooth connectivity. You can just put them on your desk, and when you're talking, they react to your sound. So for starters, this is a vinyl record inspired visualizer, and it has this bottle here that you can change. Not too many fancy bells and whistles. This is the Venom sound. It's been with me for a couple years already. Still, it works just fine. It has a rechargeable battery, as a USB-C port here, and a microphone. You just turn it on, and if I turn it on, then it starts reacting to my voice. There we go. Now when I talk, you see that it answers to the whatever I have here. Whether I have music or when I'm talking, it reacts to it. This is the seat. The seat has an arcade-like design, so it's a retro look. You put your bottle from the top like this, and then once you turn it on, now this doesn't have a battery, so you have to be always connected. You can control it with these buttons. I'm going to show it, and you get this magnet to interact with it. This is the USB-C adapter for it. This is the Ferrofluid, the latest edition, new one. It also has this additional port for attaching it to your devices. But it doesn't recognize a Bluetooth connection. It starts the sound visualizer mode. Now most of these come with one of these magnets. I'm just going to use the one, but the other ones also had magnets. These are just for interacting with the magnetic fluid. You can do it with all of these. If you want to play with this like a physics toy, that's possible. So these are the 4. These 2 have batteries, these 2 don't. All of them are pretty small anyway. This is just basic vinyl record inspired bass, so it doesn't really have anything. It doesn't even have light. You turn this and it changes the sensitivity, and this is where you attach your power. Now I'm gonna play some podcasts and music around these. Let's see how they react to it. When I connect that, you see now reacts. Fun part about this, it doesn't look like a visualizer. It looks like a sort of toy that is inspired by these old records. Now this has an automatic mode. In automatic mode, it just dances by its own. It doesn't really need any sound. So even when it's completely silent, you can see that this thing keeps going, whereas this doesn't, because this is only audio sensitive. I can use this to center. I can change the light settings. I can change sensitivity with that, so this reduces it. This gives you feedback at the bottom, so you see it's actually picking up my voice. I can increase and decrease sensitivity. So if I decrease it, let's see what happens. So that's level 4, still doing a good job picking it up. Now this is actually a couple years old, so you see these signs that's a little bit sticking to it. That's normal for Ferrofluid. This is the only one horizontal, so it has these spikes. I can change the light settings here. I can even turn it off if I want to. You can connect your devices with a wire, also Bluetooth. If you want to just use the sound visualizer mode, not connected to anything, after 2 seconds it automatically switches. So I'm just gonna play a bunch of podcasts.
What if ancient humans worshipped cats because they were not just ordinary animals, but rather the physical embodiment or messengers of extraterrestrial beings? According to this theory, an advanced alien species visited Earth during early human civilization and used catology might have genetically modified or enhanced the abilities of wild cats to become more intelligent and in tune with certain energies or signals.
But the result of how massive objects bend space-time. Imagine space as a giant trampoline. When a heavy ball, like Earth, sits on it, the fabric dips, causing smaller objects to roll towards it. Some theories even suggest gravity might arise from quantum particles called gravitons.
So when nothing is playing, I can just play with the Ferrofluid like that.
Their appearance perhaps altered by evolution or genetic engineering over millennia. Quantum reconnaissance drones. Rather than traditional spacecraft, aliens might be sending probes composed of exotic matter capable of quantum superposition.
It is possible to actually connect to it via Bluetooth. Once that happens, it's not a sound visualizer anymore. So in this case, this is now your speaker, and these are reacting to it. You can have these react to nature sounds as well. Also, they react to my sound as well, whereas this is only reacting to the sound of the waves that are coming from my smartphone.
In quantum mechanics, particles are not viewed as separate and independent objects, but rather as waves of energy that exist in a state of probability. This means that particles can exist in multiple states at the same time.
That's about it. These were 4 Ferrofluid visualizers. I've also covered a bunch of other speakers on the channel that you may want to check out. For more information, please check the description, also Gadgetify.com. I'll try to cover even more. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. That really helps the channel a lot. Thanks for watching. Lucy. Moshi.
Piece of information sent back in time becomes trapped in an infinite cause and effect loop.
You can't change history because your actions in the past were always part of history. Consistency paradox. Proposed by physicist Igor Novikov, this principle suggests that while time travel might be possible, it would be restricted by the rule that you cannot do anything that would cause a paradox.
Force that keeps us grounded may not be just an invisible pull, but the result of how massive objects bend space-time. Imagine space as a giant trampoline. When a heavy ball, like Earth, sits on it, the fabric dips. It would allow them to seed their presence across eons, subtly guiding the evolution of other civilizations towards a predetermined future.
Ordinary animals, but rather the physical embodiment or messengers of extraterrestrial beings.
Visitors are conducting an advanced psychological experiment. Rather than directly revealing themselves, UFO sightings, abductions, and crop circles to influence human beliefs, culture, and behavior.